It was the second biggest Associated Press story in 1957. The Little Rock Nine made history that year. 9 black students attempted to enter their neighborhood high school after being told it was no longer segregated, only to find the National Guard waiting for them at the door. The youngest member of the 9 students now lives here in Denver. Her story of bravery is an inspiration for us all to do the right thing. Take a listen.
The neighborhood was such that we all looked after each other.
1950s Little Rock, Arkansas.
I lived on a street that was all Negroes or coloreds, as we were called at that time. The next block over was all white, and there was an open field in between the two, and when school was out, we all played together. Growing up in Jim Crow South, you know, it was something that was stated that we were supposed to have a second-class place. My parents were the type who let us know that we were just as good as the next person and that things would change. Change was going to come, but we needed to be prepared when that change happened to go through any door, whether it was cracked or flung wide open.
Carlotta loved school from a young age.
I really expected to go to my neighborhood school that September of 1954.
The school board said they would abide by Brown versus the Board of Education that would allow for integration in schools.
But they had to put a plan in place.
That plan didn't come to fruition in Arkansas until 1957.
And it was 9 white men who unanimously voted to state that segregated schools were unconstitutional.
9 white men set the stage for 9 black students to make history. Carlotta says 147 students had the opportunity to go to school. Only 119 signed up, and only 39 spoke to the superintendent before the first day.
I thought that 39 of us would be there, but for some reason, and you would really have to ask them, only 9 of us showed up on that first day.
September 4th, 1957.
We arrived at the school, and there was a mixture of ministers, the Little Rock Ministerial Alliance, who walked with us to the corner to go in. Unfortunately, the governor had called out the Arkansas National Guard.
I will not force my people to integrate against their will.
I did not know they weren't there to protect me. We did not know that until we got to the corner. And then they closed ranks. The National Guard closed ranks. We could not go up the sidewalk to the high school. Ernie said, one of the students, he was the only senior in the group, "Are you saying we can't go up the side, go to school?" And he said, "That's correct." I was shocked.
Not the school experience Carlotta was hoping for.
I was just excited about going to high school, not with the understanding of being a historical figure. I was going to get access to the best education available. We wanted what everyone else had, the right to go to this particular school, because Supreme Court decision had given us that.
Members of the Little Rock Nine connected with Thurgood Marshall. In the following weeks, Little Rock courts deliberated on whether to follow the Supreme Court's decision.
The Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, had said that I had a right to go there. So what's going on here? I always knew that, and I had always heard that I was going to have to be twice as good, if not 3 times as good as the white kid to do well, whether it was in school or on a job. And here I am having to wait until the courts work this thing out.
Carlotta did wait, becoming the only female member of the Little Rock Nine to graduate from Little Rock High School.
It is necessary, I feel, for young people especially, to know their history.
And that's why she wrote a book about her experiences.
I needed my grandchildren to know about my story, and I wanted it in print for them, and to understand exactly what had taken place. This is something that is a part of American history, and it needs to be taught, It needs to be understood why you are sitting in a classroom with other kids that don't look like you.
A message that should resonate in today's divided climate.
It would have happened further down the road, but if we had not stepped up and persevered and been vigilant during that time to stick with it, it would have been later that that would have taken place. It also says to people today, young people today, if you believe in something, you have that opportunity to stand your ground and speak up or show up.
An incredibly important message from a very important woman. You can read Carlotta LaNier's story in her own words. Her book, A Mighty Long Way, is available wherever books are sold, with a young reader's edition to help American children understand the importance of this moment in history.